This video is on two-step inequalities. These are just like equations, all except for they have the inequality symbol. So we're going to treat it, just like we did. So inequalities can be solved by the following the same steps as equations. The variable must be alone or isolated on one side of the inequality. Isolate the variable by using the inverse or opposite operations. Whatever you do to one side, you must do to the other. Here we go. To the other side. When you multiply or divide by a negative number, the inequality sign is flipped or switched. The opposite direction is flipped. So I'm going to look at all of these first, and we're going to see if, multiply and divide is always the number with a variable. That's a positive, so that's negative, not negative. That's a negative, so I'm going to circle that one. That's positive. That's a negative. See, it's a negative 5W, 2C, and a negative 4 with the X. So I'm circled those three. So all of these three on this side are multiplying or dividing by negative. So to do this one, we've got a positive 10, just like equations. So we're going to subtract 10 from both sides. These cancel out. I've got 3K is less than or equal to 12. Divide by 3 because we want to isolate that variable. K is less than or equal to 4. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Come over here. It has that equal sign underneath, so it's a closed circle because the answer includes 4, and it's shaded to the left. All right, here, I'll do the box with this one. All right, we've got 19, got minus 5 and minus 4p. That's multiply. So we're going to divide by negative 4 and add 5. So 19 plus 5 is 24. 24 divided by a negative 4 is a negative 6. We divided by a negative, so we're going to switch that sign. So P is less than negative 6. No, that would be, let's rewrite that. Negative 6 is greater than P. All right, remember we could switch them by changing it. P is greater than negative 6. We've got negative 6. There's no equal sign underneath that one, so it's open and shaded to the right. All right, here we've got subtracting 3 from both sides, and that cancels out. You got 1/2 R is less than 3. We'll multiply by the reciprocal, and we get R is less than 6. So we have 6 here, it's just less than, so it's open, shaded to the left. All right. This one's divided by negative, so I'm going to go ahead and switch the sign there. Got negative 12, negative 32, and a minus 5W. So we're going to divide by negative 5. We're going to add 32. 32 minus 12 is 20. 20 divided by a negative 5 is a negative 4. So that would be a negative 4 is greater than or equal to W. We flip the sign. To flip it how you're used to seeing it, is W is less than or equal to a negative 4. It has the equal sign with it, which shade colored in circle. or closed circle, shaded to the left. All right, here we're going to subtract 7.5 from both sides. These cancel out. You've got 2c is greater than a negative 1.5, and a negative 7.5 is a negative 9. Divide by 2. C is greater than a negative 4.5. So we've got negative 4.5, open circle, shaded to the right. All right, here we're going to minus 7 from both sides. And we've got x over a negative 4. It's a negative 4, so I'm going to flip the sign. 3 minus 7 is a negative 4. Multiply by negative 4. X is greater than or equal to 16. It's got that equal sign with it. So 16, a closed circle, shaded to the right. All right. Next up, we've got these 12 problems. I'm going to work maybe it's 11 problems. I don't know what they do with number 1. I'm going to do the first 5 on paper, and then the last ones with the calculator. So number 2 is 4x minus 8 is less than 32. So I'm going to add 8 to both sides. And these cancel out. About 4x is less than 40. Divide by 4 to get the x by itself. X is less than 10. So the answer here is x is less than 10. We've got 10. It's going to be an open circle shaded to the left. Number 3, negative 6x plus 9 is less than or equal to 25. Alternate method for you guys here. I like the box. 25. Negative 6x plus 9. It's going to be minus 9. And then divide by negative 6. 25 minus 9 is 16. It'll be 16. And a 16 divided by negative 6 is a negative 2.6 repeating, or 2.7. So that's going to give us x, and it's a negative, so we're going to switch the sign, a negative 2.7. So x is greater than or equal to a negative 2.7. So 2.7, closed circle, shaded to the right. Number 4, 3/4 x plus 8 less than 41. Minus 8. 3/4 x, these cancel out, is less than 33. I think that's right. All right, here's dividing. So we're going to multiply by the reciprocal, which is 4/3. So we've got x is less than 92. 4 and 3 is 12. Grammar 1 is 12. 132 divided by 3. And then x is less than 44. Okay, so come number 4. X is less than 44. Got 44. An open circle shaded to the left. And number 5. 2.5x minus 10 is less is greater than 25. So I got 25 minus 10, 2.5x. So we're going to divide by 2.5 and add 10. 25 plus 10 is 35. And 35 divided by 2.5 is 14. So x is greater than 14 for number 5. So we got 14. It's just greater than, so it's an open circle shaded to the right. And then 6, we got x over 6 plus 2 is greater than or equal to a negative 16. I'll do one more this way. That's divided by 6 here. So we're going to multiply by 6 plus 2 minus 2. We've got a negative 16. Negative 16 plus a negative 2 is a negative 18. And a negative 18 times 6 is a negative 108. So x is greater than or equal to 108. So I've got 108 greater than, shaded to the right. Okay, I'm going to do the next couple by the calculator, but I'm going to circle the ones that have the negative multiplier divide. This one does. And this one does. Okay, so these two, the signs are going to be reversed. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And you know we can put this in our calculator. So here I'm going to put 5 plus 7x. And then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to do negative 16. This is different than the calculator first block uses. And you get negative 3. Okay. So it's written a negative 3 is greater than x, or x is less than negative 3. All right, so I've got a negative 3, closed circle, shaded to the left. Let me put this, okay, y'all can see that right there. So I'm going to leave it right there and enter this stuff. All right, then we can go up to the top here and do the next one. We've got 6 plus 1.5x, and then come down and put negative 21, enter, alpha, enter. Got to make sure the A is showing there. There it goes. Hit enter, and we get a negative 18. We'll redo that one. All right, so I got 6 plus 1.5x, and then come down, and I have a negative 21. Enter, alpha, enter. So it's got a negative 18. That can't be right, because when I move that 6, that's a negative 18. Let's see that. Oh, I see. I entered the wrong problem at the bottom. It's not negative 21, it's negative 12. So let me go up here. And down here, I need negative 12, not 21. And the answer answer would be negative 12. Let me check that. Right. The answer is negative 12. So we got x is less than negative 12. So we got negative 12 less than, shaded to the left. Okay, I'm going to go up to the top, clear. Here's where my 21 comes in. Negative 8x minus 9 and negative 21. Enter alpha, enter, and I get 1.5. That's right. So we switch the sign, so it's x is less than 1.5. So I got 1.5, open circle, shaded to the left. Go up here, go up and clear. I've got negative 6 plus 3x. Go down and hit 42. Enter, alpha, enter, and 16. So we've got 16 is greater than or equal to x, or x is less than or equal to 16. 16, close circle, shaded to the left. All right, this one we switch signs, but let's go up, clear it out. I've got negative 10x plus 25. And then come down and clear it out. I've got 5. Enter, alpha, enter. Got 2. So that makes x is greater than or equal to 2. 2, a closed circle, shaded to the right. And the last one here, got 30. You can do it this way, and then clear it out. 3x minus 5, alpha, enter, and I get 11.666. So that's going to be 11.7 is less than or equal to x, or x is greater than or equal to 11.7. I've got 11.7, closed circle, shaded to the right. Okay, and then down at the bottom it said, number 7 says, Rodney was asked to place a check mark next to any inequality for which x equals negative 3. Makes the inequality true. Check over his work and correct any mistakes. Okay, let's take this right here. We'll enter it in. We've got negative 5. And then we've got 4x plus 11. Alpha, enter, enter. And that came out to be negative 4. So it's not that one. All right, we're going to go up to number 2. We've got x divided by 2 plus 5. And then 3.5. Enter, alpha, enter. That comes out to be negative 3. So we'll check that one. And then we've got 14 plus 2x. Come down and clear it 9. Enter, alpha, enter. You got negative 2.5. So the question here's number 2. Okay, so the last one, Miles asked her students to identify which values from the set negative 8, negative 4.5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, 0, and 5 satisfy the inequality negative 4x minus 25 is less than or equal to 9. All right, it's divided by a negative, so we know it's going to switch. So let's see what that comes to when we solve that equation. We've got a negative 4x minus 25. And then come down here, we've got negative 9. Alpha, enter, alpha, y equals is a negative 4. So we need all the values greater than or equal to negative 4. Negative 8 is not greater, so it's not Xavier. That's not true. So Lang, negative 5, negative 3, anything up, it's going to be that one. And that's two-step equations. Remember, you'll have the option of using the calculator or solving by hand.